inadvertently, I'm sure, as the politics of this thing plays out in this House. Thank you, Mr Speaker.
Louise Hubston.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I've heard some fantastic contributions from this side of the House on this topic of urgent debate, and I just do want to reiterate the fact that we have such enormous confidence in the Minister of ACC and her ability to act on this so quickly. Because as the previous speaker has mentioned, the Honourable Craig Foss, the thing that is really central to this is that New Zealanders at large have a confidence in ACC and their ability to deal with an issue like this when it arises. And if we think about the number of people that have had their information released in this unfortunate manner, what they need to know straight away is that there is a minister who takes this seriously, that there is an organisation who is pulling out all of the stops to get on top of the issue and to not only deal with those that have been directly affected by it, Mr Speaker, but also to take the necessary steps to make sure that this kind of issue can't occur again. And as we've heard in the House today, Mr Speaker, the Minister has received a comprehensive report. There will be further information that comes to light with a report that the terms of reference that ACC are working on with the Privacy Commissioner, as it's just really important that they are able to work together on this to progress it. So the Minister has received the initial report. As Craig Foss was talking about, we now have a situation where the ACC have set up this 0800 number that people affected are able to ring, and they've got a specialist team who are responding to the people who have had their privacy breached, and those respondents are a specialist care of people who are trained to deal with this type of situation, and I'm confident, Mr Speaker, that they will be dealing with this most carefully and responsibly. And the fact that there's a press release that's gone out earlier today, Mr Speaker, that's got all of the details about it. If there is anyone who's listening to Parliament today who's been directly affected, then I would encourage them to contact that specialist team on 0800 745 254. That number is available and being operated from 8:30 in the morning until 5 p.m. And this is about a direct process where people are able to get the support they need, because it is that confidence, Mr Speaker, in ACC that is really important. And we've seen from the Minister the fact that she's on top of this issue. ACC have acknowledged they made a mistake, and I think that's the first thing you do if you handle something badly is to front it and say that they have acknowledged the errors that have occurred. And rather than sort of getting into the politics of it, the focus is actually on those people who have been affected. Those people, those constituents that are affected up and down New Zealand, the first priority, rather than squabbling about the politics, which I know is what the other side of the House are always wanting to engage in, is actually to deal with the issue at hand. Deal with the issue at hand to make sure that those people who have been affected are able to get the support that they need. So the Minister's also happy that ACC have outlined very clearly some changes that need to be put in place, that they need to take to make sure this sort of issue doesn't occur again, and to be able to implement them. So, Mr Speaker, I know that you've heard a lot about this particular issue and the fact that the Minister and ACC are doing what needs to be done to resolve this. So, Mr Speaker, I shall leave it at that.
The time for this debate has now expired, so we call Government Order of the Day number 1.
Appropriation.